Hello, Aries. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading about removing the blocks. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Tarot of Mystical Moments here. And let me shuffle this up just a couple of times. I've already prayed, meditated over the cards just to get the highest, purest forms of love, light, and truth for you, Aries. But we're going to talk about a block. You might be aware of that block. You might not be aware of the block. But let's talk about something that might be in your way, causing a bit of a roadblock for you. So thank you for being here, Aries. Thank you for your attention and your love and your light. Very appreciated. For the sign of Aries, we'll get started. 4 cards, or actually 3 cards, and we're going to definitely bring the bottom of the deck into the picture. So first card we want to find is, what does Aries fear? What does Aries fear? I know you're a pretty fearless sign. I know you're very brave. I know you're a leader. You're usually, the first to stand up and say, I'll go. But what do you fear? 3 of Pentacles. And that's about working together. That's about building together. That's about, being coworkers in the organization and working together. Maybe you prefer to work by yourself. Maybe it's not as comfortable for you to be, put into a group of people. Just a suggestion. Let's get more. So why are you stuck? If you're an Aries that this reading is for, why are you stuck? Why do you feel stuck? What could be going on for you in your life that makes you feel, like you have your feet in peanut butter? The Lovers. Well, it's a soulmate connection. So something that makes you feel like you either have someone in your life that makes you feel like you can't really have your own life. You have to be all about them. Or that's you feeling like you need a lover. And if you don't have a lover, well, then you're stuck. So 2 possibilities. There could be an Aries that's watching this reading, and you could have 2 different directions that this might make you feel, or 2 different scenarios that this could apply to. How do you unblock yourself, Aries? How do you unblock yourself if you feel like you might be? How do you unblock? Judgment. Well, you are the ultimate one to make the decision. You are ultimately the one at the end of the day that calls the shots, that makes the yes, no's, maybes, I'll call you tomorrow. You have the final judgment. The final judgment, or the judgment card, is Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet so that those that believe can be called up to heaven. And in this instance, judgment is you playing the trumpet so that those who, basically I'm saying it like this, those who are a part of your tribe, those who are on your team, it's almost like calling out, your people. Call your people. So you make the final judgment. That's going to be how you unblock yourself. What my message to give to you is, find your tribe. Those that are like-minded, people that think like you, that practice like you, that believe what you believe. Judgment, that's how you'll unblock yourself, is to be a part of a group of people that think like you, believe like you. Therefore, it bolsters your belief system. At the bottom of the deck is the underlying energy. We have the 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups is about choices, emotional choices. Right now, whatever you're feeling like as far as blockages, no blockages, at the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Cups. So at the end of the day, you have choices. You are not stuck. You have choices. They're emotional, and every choice that you could possibly make, like all things in life, there will be consequences. So that is something to be mindful of. 7 of Cups is about choices. So this is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I'm going to grab the Y spell, Wild Reflections, and I'm going to do a clarification. So let's clarify those top 3 cards, the actual blockage information. Let's clarify what you fear. Why is the 3 of Cups, or I'm sorry, 3 of Pentacles, what Aries might fear? Working together, building together, growing a foundation. Really what I'm getting from that is Aries just prefers to work alone. So having to be put into, a cubicle system or something, or put onto like a group scenario, they would probably rather just do it themselves. So that's the possibility. But let's clarify, why is the 3 of Pentacles here for what Aries might fear? Why would Aries fear the 3 of Pentacles? 6 of Cups. Something about your past. Something about going back into the past, and a bad experience. There was some sort of working together makes you remember working together in the past where something not positive went down. So therefore, now being a part of like a team, on a team, in a team, being surrounded by a bunch of people where you have to work together to get the job done, that it brings back bad memories. It triggers you. It's traumatizing for you for some reason. So it's bringing you back to a past situation where something happened. That's why you fear that. Why is the Lovers here in the position of why Aries could be stuck? Why is the Lovers in the position of why Aries might feel stuck? The Lovers, about soulmate union, making a choice. Could feel stuck because you feel like you don't have choices, but then we had that confirmation, 7 of Cups, you do have choices. So maybe that will just help in and of itself. But we have the 8 of Cups on top of the Lovers. So why do you feel stuck? Why the Lovers is here is 8 of Cups. And that's about walking away from what no longer serves you. Another emotional decision that needs to be made. 8 of Cups is definitely putting down everything that you need to walk away from. You need to walk towards your future and what lights you up and gives you joy. Why is Judgment in the position of how to unblock for Aries? Why is Judgment in the position of how to unblock? Judgment in the position of how to unblock. Page of Cups, which is a new beginning in the heart space, which is an emotional conversation. So not only is my intuitive advice for you to unblock yourself to find your tribe, make that judgment call, blow your horn, call those that belong to you, in like a friendship circle or a hobby circle or something, whatever it is that you might be excited about in your life, blow that horn of yours and call those people towards you. The Page of Cups is once you've blown that horn, once you've called out, maybe even just energetically, then this emotional conversation can take place, such as, I've just really wanted to have like a group of people that believe like I believe. It brings me back to this, what you might be afraid of is working together. And I mean that in more of like a 9-to-5 job setting, especially like, let's just say you're used to working from home and all of a sudden everybody has to go back into the workplace. 3 of Pentacles. So that might be something. I'm really getting this to do with work, something where you make your living. But on this side, it's more of a personal. I want to be around people who like to hike, who practice yoga, who read tarot, who are into open-minded metaphysical topics and subjects. So that's kind of what, and once you find that group, you call with your horn, you blow your trumpet, then you're able to have this emotional conversation and see if these people are really for you. We have King of Wands. This is your bottom of the deck energy underneath the Wild Reflections deck. So the King of Wands is fire sign like you, but this is Leo. So this is fixed fire. So to clarify, underneath the deck for the Seven of Cups, you're definitely in the authority chair of your life. In order to unblock yourself, I would recommend for you, and this is take it or leave it. You don't ever take advice from a tarot reading. It's just extra information. But the King of Wands is representing taking authority and being very strong and secure about your passions and your pursuits and sitting on your throne of authority. And, people aren't going to call shots for you. You're going to call your own shots. So take that power seat, be in charge. Let's grab Priestess of Light, Oracle cards, and give it a shuffle or two. I'm going to definitely refer to the book on the Priestess of Light Oracle because there is so much beautiful information in these cards, and I want to make sure that you get the proper information, not just my interpretation. So for the sign of Aries, wisdom, learning, joy, art, music. There you go. I'm not going to grab the book. This is perfect. This is perfect for, is there something to do with a musical instrument for you? Do you play an instrument? Would that be a group of people that you could seek out? Do you play the harmonica or the guitar, or could you find people that want to be in a band or that want to have jam sessions? Are you a piano player? But that's really what I'm getting. You had this judgment. You need to make a judgment call. Find your tribe, find your people. Well, then we get this wisdom card as the final oracle, and it's about learning. Could you find a group of people that want to learn cool topics? Joy. What brings you joy? Do you like to paint? Do you like to do wine and paint nights? Find a group of people that do that. Are you an artist? I mean, deep down inside, are you somebody that enjoys ceramics or pottery or something like that? Find people that like to do that. And then music, like I said, do you play an instrument? Could you get together with people and play music together? I mean, this is just freaking beautiful. I love this, Aries. This is your reading. Thank you for being a part of this channel. Thank you for your presence here. Thank you for your love and your light. And I would ask for a like, follow, subscribe, share. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, and it's a pleasure to do these readings for you. Thank you again. Be blessed and be well. Namaste.